And we're live, and good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world. And we've got our two lovely readers with us today, SARA in London and Jessica, who's in a completely different place, who's traveling around all of America, and it looks beautiful, and no doubt you'll tell us where you are. And Aquana, who is with her mother, and who is the chief of the tribe. So a very happy birthday to Anne for your birthday today. Many happy returns, and may great Creator give you many, many more happy years. So we're going to be missing Aquana, but we still have two wonderful readers. And next week on Saturday, we have a new reader joining us. So it will be Heather from South Yorkshire, which is the north of England. And for those of you that are in the States and Australia and other countries, listen carefully, because she has an amazing accent. And it might be one that you might have to say, excuse me, but can you repeat that? But it's going to be a lot of fun, because she has a great sense of humor, as we all do. And hopefully no birds will be landing in anybody's hair. So without further ado, Jessica, where are you in the world?
So I'm near Delray in Florida. I just did a psychic event last night. It was really cool. It was like a wellness, ecstatic dance, DJ event, and we had healers on one side. It was really cool, and a beatboxer. Oh, it was so much fun. It's such a cool vibe down here. Yeah, loved it.
Looks amazing. And I've seen all of these gorgeous orchids over there. Jealous much? Yes. My orchids are all over the place. So yes, I can see them there, and wow. And you've got lots of greenery. So yes, and Zara and I are in England. It's cold, it's wet, it's damp. It's just, there's no sun in the sky, and it's like, oh, you got blue sky. I'm jealous now. So what cards are you using today, Jess?
So last week I wanted to use a new deck, and it just didn't speak to me. So I'm back to the old rickety deck.
Oh my goodness, they're well loved. Oh my goodness. And I can see people are already saying, when did you have so much ink done? So
it's just a dress. It's my mosquito net. I've been completely eaten up by mosquitoes in Florida. They are a different breed. I'm convinced. I'm like allergic to them. I had like a huge baseball on my neck the other day. I was like trying to get it down for the show. But yeah,
they are vicious. They are vicious. Crazy. They are. And I found that eating garlic and eating, what was the other thing? And cinnamon, which is great.
Oh, okay.
They don't like cinnamon, but they're as big as helicopters, and they come in and you think, oh my goodness, and they can bite you through your clothes. So yeah, so I ended up getting DEET and sprayed the hell out of myself, and that was it, and but even some of them, they've left scars on my
I know, like my entire back looks like a pizza right now. I've just been itchy. So I wore this. I was like, let's do a light mosquito net type thing.
I think that's really clever. When I eventually get back to America over the next couple of years, I will make sure that I buy a mosquito net. Well, welcome to the show. And Zara, there you are, all in beautiful in pink, nicely trussed up, trying to keep warm.
Yeah.
What deck are you using? Any news that you've got on your side too?
Just the usual smooth start ones, the glossy holographic ones. Any news? Not really. Same old. So yes. Yeah, just weathering the weathering.
Yeah,
weathering the weather.
When I came back, I was like, oh, I landed at Heathrow, and I thought, oh my goodness me, look at this. I've got this the next couple of years to look forward to. Grey, and another grey, I suppose, different shades of grey. What the hell? There we go. So without further ado, I also want to say happy birthday on Jessica's side, because you've got somebody coming up with a birthday too.
Yes, my mom. Happy birthday, Mom. Love you.
That's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. So, and we wish you too, Jessica's mum. We wish you happy too. And let's have a look. What do we have here? So please don't forget. And Charlene is there with us. Just Shah. one of my lovely mods, and we have 3 mods in there today. Please make sure you like and share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss future streams. Yes, please, because we're going to be expanding the channel and doing a whole bunch of exciting things coming up, which I'll tell you at the end. So what have we got? First question. So Marilena is saying, I've just learned that I have guides whom are a Zulu high frequency guide, my ancestors particularly. Are you able to tell me more, please? Thank you, with a grateful heart. So that's fantastic, utilizing the Zulu warriors and those that are part of, Mitsirikazi and all of the others, because they are specifically big into spiritual realms, big into looking at signs in the bush, looking at signs from our beautiful animals. So as you are right there, Zara, you know what happens when you're stuck on that side. You just get put in the hot seat. So there we go. I'm just going to put you in the hot seat, and then I'll come to you, Jess. So let's see. What are you picking up, please, from Marilena?
Well, I actually see a lady guide. She is beautiful older lady with a dark hair and lovely sort of darker skin. So I don't really know much about the Zulu people, but what's coming through? Has she got anything? Oh, she's telling me about she started leaving feathers, but she said that there's white feathers, and she said, but watch out for the brown feathers because they are the ones specifically from her. Signs of awakening. She wants those particularly to point out when you're having your awakening. What else is coming through? She's not saying a lot, so I don't really know much more than that. I do know though that you've got a very positive time around you at the moment. I've got some cards here suggesting that. There's the 9th of Cups, and there's also the 3 of Cups. So there's a getting together of people, a group, and a celebration. And then you've also got the 9th, which is sort of really, really a happy emotional card. So that's what I'm getting for you today, is lots of sort of positive feeling coming in for you.
Good. That's the Zulu high frequency, then, that's for sure, because they definitely don't let the grass grow under their feet. Absolutely they don't. So, and it's a difficult energy because it's not an energy that one is used to specifically, because it's a very big place. Nice. And Jess, what are you getting for Marilena, please?
So I'm not very familiar with Zulu high frequency guides either, but what I was seeing was working with balls of light, energy, chakra points, but also healing work, maybe manipulating balls of energy. Just, one of my favorite exercises is rubbing your hands and then like feeling your own energy, and then also being able to feel the palms of other people and what their energy feels like. Most water signs feel like swampy to me, and earth is very like hardy and very like dusty or clay-like. And so I'm getting work with balls of energy, light and different colors as well. I feel like you're stepping into energy healing work, and it feels like your guide, the woman that Zara was picking up on, it feels like she's blindly guiding you through sensations in your body. So pay attention to the energy that's moving around. Maybe move your body more, and have a moving meditation to really connect with those energy centers and working with those balls of light. I'm just seeing kind of orbs around you, balls of light.
Oh, that's fantastic. So I think also we're looking at some of the additional areas and some of the additional leadership. So I think probably because of my background and living in Africa, South Africa, for such a long time. The one thing I can say to you, Marilena, is that I keep getting the Dingaan, and Dingaan was one of the main Zulu leaders, but he was quite interesting because he ascended in November. And this is probably why you've been told about your Zulu high frequency now, is because the Dingaan bloodline is very specific. But the interesting thing with Dingaan is that he murdered his brother, which was Shaka Zulu. And Shaka Zulu, I'm sure everybody's heard about Shaka Zulu and heard about how difficult it was. And they were, because it's part of that high frequency, the high frequency person that we're talking about with the Dingaan aspect is the Sangoma and the Inyanga. So Inyanga being a healer and Sangoma being the medicine man or witch doctor. And when we see the Dingaan aspect, he had a lot of high frequency individuals that were Sangomas, Inyangas, and were able to call upon the ancestors and open the entrails of animals and beasts and read the entrails and understand what was going to happen for Dingaan. Now, I think that this high frequency Zulu person is actually not necessarily Dingaan himself, but those associated with Dingaan and those that were giving him as shaman, that were giving him the insight and helping him to become a better leader, if you like, and a warrior. And I think that one of those, if you look back very carefully and do some sort of meditations, you might find that those high frequencies that were surrounding Dingaan in the November when he transitioned, those that were giving him the information, the shaman, are the ones that are part of your ancestors. And that's what I'm picking up for you. So I hope that makes some sense. And
fascinating.
It's a kind of a mini history lesson.
Yeah,
that's when this educator in me comes out, horrific as it is. As an educator, I was only ever once a teacher once in my entire life. I took a few, taught a few classes in South Africa. And that was very interesting, but I must admit I didn't want to do it again. That was for sure. Because the children were like, oh my God, who is this funny witch woman? Yeah, here we go. So Nancy Ray is saying, wonderful to see you again, Beverli. May I have a reading on what to expect in the coming year? Oh, 2nd of August. Yes, my birthday date too. Thank you. So here we go. Now I'm in the hot seat, so I'm going to get rid of myself and move myself out of the way. And let's ask Jess, have you got some cards? And then I'll come to you, Zara.
In the coming year.
Yeah.
So don't work yourself to the bone is what I'm getting. Make very focused and streamlined decisions that only align with your overall end of the year goals. It's going to be an easy year, I feel like, where you're not kind of going uphill with work. I do feel that self-care and self-pampering is important right now. But it's an end of a cycle of feeling isolated or feeling betrayed by someone or a group of people, and you will juggle things quite easily financially as well. So I feel there's a big shift coming up for you in work where it's much easier, it's flowing, and you're just, riding that wave. You're enjoying yourself. So I think this year it's almost like you're aging in the reverse, kind of. That's the feeling I'm getting.
Nice. Very nice. And Zara, what do you get for Nancy Ray, please?
Yeah, I've got a time of having you've carried the work out, you've worked really hard, and now I feel it's this coming year, it's a time to just step back a bit and just be patient and wait for the results to come in. And in that time, I feel that you can really go inside and just do some scanning, energy scanning of your heart, and your go through your chakras, because I feel that you will be able really to sense the block where there's blockages. Okay, so if you've got a chakra meditation or you know, whatever meditation you prefer. But if you could, when you do that, if you just break it down into your chakras from the bottom up, and then you will feel it when you come across a chakra that's got a blockage. That's when you know, then you can notice it, because you can't get past it. You're like, oh, trying to get onto the next chakra, and it won't let you. You'll just be sucked back down to it. So I think that would be quite beneficial if you can do that. Do some energy scanning through your chakras, work on those chakras. What look into whichever chakra you get stuck on. Look into the meaning of that chakra and see how it relates to your life at that time. For instance, you know, your throat chakra, it's like, are you speaking your truth? Are you communicating properly with everybody? Is, you know, things like that, so that you can scan through and find out what it is that's blocking it, and work on that. So yeah, I think it feels to me like the coming year is one of self-discovery.
Oh, that's a good one. It's good for a lot of Leos, you know, August being Leo. It's definitely a good time for Leos right now. And you've just come out of the Nancy Ray person. You've just come out of the cycle. So as we know, we've got 2 months before the birthday, 2 months after the birthday. So you've got that pinnacle where you've got the birthday at the top, and it's a triangle. So the 2 months before, the 2 months after. So it's moving up to the birthday. So 2nd of August to 2nd of September to 2nd of October. So that triangulation of those energies is now complete. So whatever it is that you're moving forward to and moving into for this next cycle of 1 year into 2026 means that you've now started to kickstart the new cycle. Very positive. And I'm just going to quickly, I did pick up the cards because I was pulled to do a card for you. So this is for Nancy Ray. Nancy Ray, let's see. And we're going to open it up, and we're just going to pull out one, put them down there. And let's see. Oh, am I focused on what I want most? So this is for Nancy Ray. And it says here particularly, it says, what you focus on will grow. Today, ask yourself, in my life, a reflection of my values, what do I need to do to prioritize, to make adjustments in my life? So this clearly tells us that there is something that you need to focus on and to adjust. So, you know, it's hard sometimes for individuals to look at it and be quite open about what it is that's either irritating you or that you feel you need to work on. But this is telling us there is something that's irritating you, and there's something that is frustrating you a lot. Look at this focus, make a change. It might be just a small thing, but then unfortunately, when small things start irritating you, you have to look at it, because otherwise the universe will kick you in the bottom and say, you're not looking at this. Best you look at it because it's growing. So have a look at what it is that you need to do in order to make the changes. So I hope that makes some sense. Let us know, give us some feedback. And if you do give feedback, please write feedback so that we can find it. And if you are asking a question, please put QQQQ. Makes it easier for me to find, because on the side, all the questions are really tiny and I have to go in and make them bigger. And the ones that I can make bigger are the ones with the QQQ at the top. No, nothing technical about me, I must say. Just, you know, look for the QQQ and there we go. Never mind. So here we go. Hi from everyone in South Africa. I see we've got a lot of South Africans in there. That was a bit of a South African history lesson there. I hope I got it right. Did you?
I love story time. It's like,
you like story times.
Oh my gosh, I love Greek mythology. Oh my gosh, yes.
Well, this is it. So yeah, Dingon, have a look at him. He was, you know, he killed his brother. It's like, whoa, guys, you went and killed your brother, really? Lord. Yeah, it's quite something. So Amy Harris says, healing and a message, please. So this is right up both of you, your street. This is exactly what we need. Oh, she's still in hospital. Do you remember a few weeks ago, she got in touch with us and was asking questions. So yeah, Amy, get better soon. We're going to send you some healing. When I do the healing show tomorrow, make sure that you come on and ask for some healing directly for you, because it's exactly the type of thing that you need. So let us have a look. So I'm going to move you over there. Jess, you want to go first, and then I'm going to quickly go and fetch Zara. So there we go. Go for it. What do you get for Amy Harris, please?
So I'm getting that immediately. I was drawn to your neck for the first time in your photo. So it feels like maybe right now you're having some difficulties with neck stiffness. Your guides and Archangel Raphael are working heavily to transmute and purge. I feel like a lot of the things in the last 2 weeks are coming up to the surface, and your body's maybe working it out through sweating was also what I got. Ooh. So if you're a little bit, maybe, or if you're still in the hospital, order that fan, or something. Ask a friend or a family member to bring a fan, because I feel like there's going to be a lot of sweating, which is really good because the lymphatic system is flushing out things. Focus on realigning, kind of like the Dr. Joe Dispenza method. Focus on realigning and visualizing a healthy spine. For some reason, I'm really drawn to your spine. It looks like it's giving you discomfort this week. And so make sure that you stretch as much as you can, move it. I know it's hard at first, but any type of movement is really healing for the body. Make sure you're getting up and walking when you can, and moving those stiff places that are stagnant from, laying down for so long and healing. But I'm getting visualize. You're a very powerful visualizer, and that is, if you can see it, your body will follow suit. So I'm getting a big, heavy, do a meditation, do a scan of the anatomy, and see those places that maybe have holes or are stagnant, and work and send light to those parts.
Oh, that's good. Well, Amy, I hope that that's all good advice. And Zara in London, what do you have for our Amy, who is still in the hospital?
I know. I'm so sorry to hear that, because hospitals suck, don't they? So Amy, what I'm getting is actually that I want you to, when the consultant comes round, I want you to collar him and get in there and ask him and say, I want to talk about my options, because I do feel that there are quite a few options open on your treatment. And I think it's not that they're not thinking about them or neglectful or anything, but they aren't really thinking it through when they're coming through to you. So I think that if you can prompt them to say, right, I want to talk about this. I'm still going, I'm still here. Shouldn't be here. 51 years old, should not be here. So what I want now is, I want now to hear what, please suggest to me my options. Yeah. And then get him thinking, or her thinking. And once they start to roll out the options, it will be like, oh, actually, we could also do this. Get together with them, agree a plan, just as also because I feel that that's going to really help you to feel less helpless in this and take control of your treatment. Yeah, so that's my advice to you.
Oh, that's also good advice, Amy. Now, the weird thing that I'm going to say to you, Amy, is I keep getting this energy of humming. So because I also get that it's something to, the infection is something to do across the body, in the body, around the body, and moving fast. So it's almost like the auric field and the toroidal field has got this hiccup, and the hiccup is where this energy is moving, where, as you say, there's a terrible infection. So I know that your markers might be a bit squiff and a bit strange, but I think that if you can do a level of humming to bring that energy down and bring it out and push it down and pull it out. Because when you start looking at the toroidal field, which is actually just like a bloody big donut around your body, and it's whooshing around, but it's whooshing and hiccuping in a particular area. So what we want to do with this, Amy, and anyone else out there who needs to have that balance, is start having that that hum, and allow that hum to pull down, pull that across, and move in the rounded toroidal field around yourself so that it can balance whatever is out of balance. Because part of that issue that you have is dis-ease and part of imbalance. And that is what humming does. It will allow you to become more balanced. And then, as everyone else has said, speak to your consultant, get a care plan in place, and also look at moving and changing, because the moment your body starts feeling you moving, if you are able and you're not in too much pain, please do that. And please remember, we are not doctors. We're not clinical at all. We're just giving you some advice of what we feel energetically. And that's something we have to say, because obviously we don't want any nonsense. So we just wish you to get better. That's what we wish. I hope that makes sense. Oh, we've got Diana Dela Cruz with the bear. We do like the bear. So I'm going to go to Zara, and she says, hi, guidance from guides, ancestors, please. How to not be anxious, impatient for changes for my new apartment, career stuff, etc. Had nightmare about problem nightmares, feeling stuck. Yeah, how to move forward. Yes, this is the energies right now. So Zara, what do you get for Diana Dela Cruz, please? And then we'll come across to our Jess.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think it's such a common thing, anxiety about what's to come, and it's very hard to get a grip of. And impatience, God, we just want to know what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, and then we can just have a party for the rest of the time or take some time off while we're waiting. But it is a big thing. I know I've personally struggled with that in my life of, you know, what's coming. So firstly, I just want to give a bit of advice on that, how I've managed to overcome that spiritually, because what I've done is I've accepted that whatever this period of waiting is a period of waiting that is essential for my life path and for developing and being ready for what is to come. I know moving is such a frustrating thing. When am I going to move? When am I going to move? Blah, 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 blah. I had exactly the same thing. And the perfect house wasn't yet available for me. And when it was available, it became available. And it was obvious to me that it was the perfect house for me.
Wow.
So that is where you have to surrender yourself. Surrender control, surrender yourself, and say, I am being held back because when it comes along, it is going to be perfect for me.
Yeah.
It's going to be exactly what I need, and I need this time waiting. It is being manifested, and have faith that the universe is doing that for you while you're waiting. So that's the best advice I can give in order to address anxiety and waiting for things to happen. But the cards have given me, so what I would suggest is I've got the 7 of Cups and I've got the World. Now, the World is a very powerful card of completion. The 7 of Cups suggests options and certain situations that are going to become available to you. So there we are, you see, that shows that there are it's not just one thing, it's not just one path that you're waiting on. It's certain things are coming in as options come into you, and they have to come in at a certain time, and then when all the planets are aligned, the options become available to you, and then the clear path, the one that shines the brightest to you, is that the one that you go for. So that, to me, the cards are definitely in tune with taking that advice about, managing your anxiety by trusting the universe.
That's perfect. Thank you. And Jess, what do you say for Diana Dela Cruz, particularly how to move forward feeling stuck and all those things?
Yeah, so whenever I'm anxious, now everybody's going to have different triggers for anxiety, but one in particular for me is when something doesn't resonate or doesn't feel right, or maybe I'm people pleasing or doing something because I feel that's it's expected of me. I was getting a big neon sign of expectations, maybe kind of have an anchor on you right now. So what I would suggest is to take a step back and visualize everything being effortless. When things are effortless, it's usually what's meant exactly for you. It doesn't take a lot of elbow grease. It doesn't take a lot of thought, analytics. You're not up at night, going on a hamster wheel. So whenever I have anxiety, it's either I'm too focused on the future and need to really change my present now, and visualize and affirm, write it down on a list or a focus wheel that like alt control delete reboot. But I'm getting a lot of external forces that could help you. So if you just like, sometimes maybe you're just like on the phone with a friend, and it's like no longer this big old fear, this big bad wolf, because you realize, oh, everyone's going through this. Maybe it's hard for you to purge it. So I would say lean on friends, but also don't allow them to hold expectations that don't resonate with you. But yeah, anything that's effortless, I feel is going to fall in your lap and is meant for you. So your emotions and your anxiety, use them as a weather vane, as an alert system.
Oh, that's perfect. Well done. So, Diana, I think part of this issue with the feeling stuck and the nightmare about the problem neighbors, try to call down that energy that we've got at the moment. We've got 3i Atlas and we've got all this other energy around us. Use it. Call it down. Bring it down. Command it. Say, I command you, neighbors, to move along. Move along, Charlie. Move out. Ship out. Do what you need to do, because your energy is not fitting the block, or it's not fitting the area, or it's not right. Go and find peace somewhere else. Clearly, you don't belong in this area. So command them to move. Do that. The other thing was, by you saying that you're feeling stuck, then you are putting that energy out there and saying, well, I feel stuck, therefore I am stuck, so I'm going to be stuck and I'm going to stay stuck. But no, pull that energy down and say, this is to move me forward. I see myself moving forward. I am moving forward and I am no longer stuck. Remember, the universe and the energies in the collective does not see the word not, can't, don't, anything to do with the negative. What it will see is when you say, I am not stuck, it says, I am stuck. So do not put the word, try not to use the word not if you can. Say, I am moving forward. I am blessed. I have a new path. Make sure that it's a statement that you already see yourself doing it. And that really will then help you move forward. So that's the last section of your question, says how to move forward. See yourself moving forward. Pull down 3i Atlas energies. Use it. Bring it into your body. Allow yourself to move forward. I hope that helps. And that little bear is obviously always very cute and we like it. So next we see experts in business. With love from Helen in London, UK. Must be in your area there, Zara. I am single. Can you tell me anything about a potential partner? I know a couple of single men, David P. or someone else. Whoa, this is a good one. We like the loved ones, don't we? Yes. So I'm going to come to Zara. Zara, what do you see? What do you think about the David P. person? And or someone else? What do you get? Come on, ladies, let's see. We like a bit of romance on the show.
Yeah, do you know, I can actually see sort of almost two men sort of fighting to get in there. Ooh. So that's interesting that you say it's David P. or somebody else. Now, I want to say David P.'s got a real sort of stable feeling about him. He's got a nice energy. I feel that he has got issues from previous relationships where he sort of he's carrying forward something which he would need to look into. Sometimes it's not really highlighted until you move into another relationship, which is not ideal. Unfortunately, it's life. So it may be that there's a few little things. Maybe he says something, or maybe something will come up where he's got a little bit of hurt that he hasn't dealt with, and he's sort of carrying that forward. But I do see him as a good energy and actually well suited. I see you having quite a giggle with him, actually. I think he's got, I'm just being told, actually, he's got a really good relationship with his mother. He's got a good relationship with his mother. Well, good relationship is important. Obviously, a codependent relationship is not
Oh,
good.
Lord. Okay.
But
Yeah.
yes, I'm hearing David P is a good runner. He's definitely a good runner. So if you did want to go in that direction, I think I'll leave the someone else energy for maybe Jess, and see what she's got to say about someone else or about David. But there we are. That's my.
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, we like a bit of romance. That sounds good, as long as the codependency with the mother isn't too sort of in your face. Because the last thing you want is to be the person stuck with, bringing up mother and being stuck with all of that nonsense and that mess going on. There we go. Next, Jess, what do you see for experts in business for Helen in London?
So I saw that David P is a great person that you're meant to cross paths with and learn something. He's going to get you moving. He's going to be a little bit more lighthearted about how to approach maybe obstacles in life. He's kind of like a cheerleader is what I'm getting. However, it looks like there's a fork in the road somewhere along the way where it's like not compatible long term. It's not a bad thing. It's not like, oh, he does something horrible. It's just like you get to know each other, and it's like you decide to just be friends. He's a good person to have in your corner is what I'm getting. The next 6 months, I see a new person, and it looks like the energy that this person's coming through with is an air sign. So Libra, Gemini, very cerebral, very smart, a reader, not like a psychic reader, but someone who's well read, who loves to learn new things, kind of striking me as Aquarius type of energy. So never has a dull moment. You always have something really stimulating to talk about. And this is the person I see you moving in with quite soon, like within a year from now or something.
Oh, that's a really nice one. Well, there we go. Experts in business, you've got to tell us how things roll, how things happen. We've got to have some feedback. So yeah, there we go. Thank you. And we have Jessica Gable. Oh, wonderful. So I'm starting Spravato on the 18th. Oh, that's quick. 18th of that's in 10 days time for severe depression. I'm needing to know from spirit guides what they need me to know right now. So that is quite a feat, and certainly I'm definitely wishing you lots of luck. But your energy, Jessica, you have that energy, you have that ability to be able to cope with all of this and to be the one that leads. So from my point of view, I definitely see that there isn't an issue with you being able to do all of this great work on severe depression. And I think that your energy will bring something different, because sometimes severe depression needs something a bit different. I'll pass you on, because in the hot seat, that's the hot seat. Jess is in the hot seat. That's it. You're it. So there we go. Jess, what do you get for Jessica Gable, please?
I think that it's great. I think that the placebo effect is whatever you believe in, it's going to work, right? And so I think you have the spiritual chops to heal from both sides of the coin. And I think if you need a little bit of help and for depression, that's okay. I think also go heavy with your spiritual. It's more of a spiritual path more than anything. And I'm feeling like a lot of this is inner child wounds coming up for the to the surface to be healed, and also past life stuff I'm getting as well. Feelings of abandonment or missing the boat on purpose and things like that. But this lifetime, I don't see that happening for you. And I see that a lot of it is residual emotions from other lifetimes and inner child stuff. And I do feel in like within 5 years, you'll be a completely different person and will help others in the process, be of service to help others with going through severe depression.
I agree with that, definitely. And our lovely Zara in London, what do you get for Jessica Gable, please?
Yeah, I heard your guide said to me that you need to dive right in to your activities. Get stuck right into it, commit to it, and really, really embrace it. That's what they're telling me, is just get right into it, get right stuck into it, and go at it hammer and tong. That's what they're telling me.
Oh, that's really good. So also, I think that part of that aspect is, and I agree with both of you, that there is that need to get stuck in, but also that a lot of this is past. And Jessica, I think that there's been a culmination, like a build-up, bubble, build-up of stuff that has been percolating for a long time. And it has been things that, because you're the leader, you're the one that the family looks to be the person that leads, that makes the difference. It's now your time to clean house, change things and move, because actually, yes, in the next few years, you are going to be the one that's in service. So you just need to clean house, get whatever it is that you're feeling, and all of those other feelings that have culminated in this severe depression, get it dealt with, so that you will be able to be of service to others at a later stage. And that certainly will be in the next sort of 4 to 5 years, because you would have learned a great deal. And you might even find that you specialize in this, perhaps as a medical intuitive, or a person that's able to do maybe spiritual therapies or spiritual mentoring or something like that for other people. So I will say, well done to you, starting this particular aspect on the 18th of November. And I think that it will be a short treatment, maybe only a couple of years, because you'll crack it really quickly. So all I can say is bless you and good luck, because I know that people are looking at you and looking towards you to be the one that they can lean on. But now, at the moment, the next year, Jessica, this is your time. You know I'm talking to you. So it's your time. Go for it. So what else do we have? Oh, I just want to thank you for your kindness and support and love of your collective. Of course, Jessica, thank you so much. Such a special lady. Louise Holt, some weeks ago you suggested to me to take the spiritual path. But is that even possible when I unfortunately need to take antidepressants? If yes, what could be my first step? Now, what's very important by taking antidepressants, it's not an issue with the spiritual path by taking antidepressants. A lot of people say to me, oh, I'm on these tablets, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. Those aspects don't really always interfere with your spiritual path. What is for you cannot be against you. And even if you are taking antidepressants, eventually with being on the spiritual path, you will find that eventually you won't need to take any of these aspects. It's part of your healing. Most important aspect for you, the first step would be looking at cleaning up yourself, looking at what is maybe holding you back, and looking at what it is that you could be doing to make the changes in your own life. That could be the first step, because then what is for you spiritually will start coming into your realms. Your aura will start pulling it in. The toroidal field, the big donut that we have whizzing around us, our entire bodies, that will start moving in a totally different way. One of the very interesting ones that we could be doing is the cleanse, or the quick cleanse. And you could actually click around your head and around your body and allow that energy to start kickstarting and changing. Very simple first steps. I will go to you, Zara, and ask you, what do you suggest first steps for Louise?
Yeah, I love that. I've only ever heard that once before. What's ever for you cannot be against you. And that's 100% true for you, Louise. What I want to say to you is that I can see you are you give yourself a little bit of a hard time. I feel like it's, like when you've got a packet of biscuits, you go, no, I'm just going to have 3 biscuits with my tea, and then you eat the whole packet, and then I can hear you sort of, in that sort of scenario, you're like, look at what I've done, I'm terrible, I'm such a terrible human being, I've eaten a whole packet of biscuits. No, do not do that to yourself. You enjoyed eating those biscuits, and you can go, oh, maybe shouldn't have had that packet of biscuits. Move on. Do not dwell on it. And I feel that you give yourself a hard time. I feel that you give yourself punishment. Now, whatever you need to get by, it is really important, because spirituality is nothing to do with what you're having in your body. It's all body and spirituality, obviously work together. But what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that if you work on your spirituality, your body will come tottering along after it. So what a lot of people find is that they are experiencing a lot of 3D heaviness. They're really having a lot of aches and pains. They've got chronic illnesses. They've got autoimmune diseases. And as soon as they enter into a highly spiritual state, it's almost like they're popping out of their body and they're leaving that pain and that heaviness behind. So in the same way, as an antidepressant is about mental health, but your spirituality and your spiritual self has got nothing to do with that mental health, because if you were separate, your spiritual self wouldn't have any mental health. So the more you climb into your spiritual self, then the less you will feel the pull of the mental health that sits in the 3D body. So that's my observations and advice to you. Don't give yourself a hard time about what it is you need to get by. Just get stuck into your spiritual self, and you'll find that things that you currently worry about will just drop away, and you won't need them anymore anyway.
That's perfect. Thank you. Good advice there. And Jess, what do you have to say for Louise, please?
So spirituality doesn't always have to be, the frou-frou. It's going to be unique to you. And I always feel that it is a labyrinth to the center of knowing you at your deepest essence. And so what I'm getting in particular for you to help with the spiritual path is I'm almost seeing a suit that you're wearing of weights. And the weights, one could be antidepressants, but that you can work with that. The body is an amazing thing. What you can do to help supplement frequency wise is being more conscious of what you're consuming, digesting, but also putting on your body, listening. So raising the frequency, because you don't antidepressants will sometimes kind of like give you a lack or a feeling of like, oh, I'm going uphill or I'm walking through mud. And you want it a little bit more effortless, easier, like you're walking through like a pool, like kicking around, splashing around. So one thing is minerals is what I was getting, and maybe electrolytes. So just eating a higher vibrational diet will immediately tap into your intuition on such a deeper level. You'll be able to hear, see, feel, and really be in the present moment. That's the biggest thing I'm seeing. Also, I'm picking up too that maybe there's a romantic relationship or someone in your energy that's dragging you down a little bit. So if you've been on the fence about, I'm seeing a move coming up for you, this might energetically be the kickstart you need. I know a lot of people, even if you go to the grocery store, the cat and the cashier is angry or mad, there's an energy exchange everywhere you go that happens. It's just how we are as humans. And if we open up our temples to maybe people that are harboring negative emotions or a lower frequency, that kind of is mud slung on us. And so be very intentional about who you allow in your sacred space and your bubble during this time. And as you know, I'm sure the other readers can agree, when I went on my spiritual path, it was like, my whole circle of friends, everything changed because I changed in frequency. And so yeah, lean into the new is what I'm getting.
Oh, that's perfect. Yes, Louise, I hope that you find that this is something that you can work towards. The spiritual path is there. It is possible. And you don't need to say, unfortunately, I need to take antidepressants. That is just a byproduct. And eventually things will get better. I know that it's a very easy thing to say, but all you're doing with the antidepressants now is just helping you to get to that point. And eventually you will find that you don't need to take them. In time, all of that healing does take place. Really, honestly, it does take place. So good luck with this. I just know the first step is the first step of a huge journey, spiritual journey for you. Thank you for your question. And we have another one. Crystal, is there a message from my spirit or my guides? That would be lovely. Thank you. So here we go. And Zara, what do you have for Crystal, please?
I can see a dark-haired man, and he's got like quite sort of roundy sort of face, but he's got a dark beard as well with a little bit of grey here. And I'm hearing the name Frank. So, and Frank and Frankie. And he's sending you love, and he is sending you strength. He is telling me you have an upcoming event that you are a little bit nervous about. I can see like displays or something. Is it like you got to set a stall out, or you got to set is it an exhibition, something like that? There's like, I see like things being laid out, a presentation in some way. And he's saying, now don't worry about it, I'm going to be right there with you, and you will, whatever you're feeling right now, the day you wake up and it's going on, it's like that'll all just poof, it will disappear, and you'll just crack on, and you'll be like, oh, day's come, great, right. And you'll think, God, yeah, the anxiety's just melted away, I'm not worried anymore. So that's what he's telling me. So good luck with that.
Oh, super. And Jess, what do you get for Crystal from spirits or from guides?
I'm getting a family member that also maybe was your favorite and was more than anything like a friend. And she's very petite. She's coming through as very tiny, short.
Oh, cute.
And I'm seeing from your guides to work with the number 9 for some reason was the thing I got. Numbers have a frequency that come with them as well. So there's just something in particular with that. So I'll kind of look up what you can do with the number 9s, and maybe a cycle is closing out in your life. But back to the lady that's her, I think her name starts with a T, if I'm not mistaken, or ST, something like that. She's showing me the number 2. So February or the 2nd of something is significant. She says she's helping you develop your spiritual gifts much further. I'm seeing white flowers. I'm so bad with types of flowers. I couldn't tell you. They're kind of smaller. It's not a lily, but it's a white flower. It's not a carnation. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one. I don't know. But in the next 4 months, look for white flowers. She's sending you signs and synchronicities with that, that she's helping you along your path. And something's coming up in April that's big for you financially and work-wise. So be on the lookout. I don't know if you're starting your own business or a new contract or project, but it's going to be quite spiritually fulfilling for you. So be on the lookout. You're about to step into your purpose.
Oh, that's perfect. Thank you. And Crystal, if that is something that's resonating with you, please send some feedback. Our readers always like to know how they're doing, because obviously this is rapid fire questions and answers. We've got a question from Nicola Cannon. Hey, everyone. Hope you're all well and winning at life. I won't be in this subject because I can't concentrate on the show, but I love listening and learning from Beverli and guests. Thank you so much, Nicola, for a great comment. So we've got a couple of others. Thank you for the kindness. And we've got from Linda Bennett. Hello, Miss Beverli and guests. So happy to be here with you all today. Much love to all. So as we've got Linda with us, I know Linda lives in America. Would you like to pull 2 cards, or each of you just 1 card for Linda Bennett, so that she can experience what the show is all about?
Yeah. Shall I go?
Yes, you go for it. You've got it, Sarah.
I'll go. I'm going. So I've got judgment. I can see that it really is now a time. Evaluate your situation.
Yes.
Make a judgment on what's happened.
Mm-hmm.
Think about how it's affected you. How you is it how you preferred it to go? If it isn't how you preferred it to go, do that evaluation and then send it on its way. It's off into the past and forget about it.
Into the past. That's key there for Linda Bennett. Yes, absolutely. And I know the situation here, so yes, you're absolutely right.
Good.
And Jess, what do you have for Linda Bennett, please?
Off with their heads. No, I'm
kidding. Lord.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Needing to set boundaries. Like,
yes,
it's a huge transformation. If you need to block people, do it. I'm getting that, like, there's a lot of scatterbrained energy around you, and you want to find some sense of a path that's cleared of clutter. So I think you need to do that energetically too with people. And it's like, maybe you're just being a little too polite and don't want to be mean or judgmental, but yeah, it's time. It's a transformation, and trust yourself. Let it all go, because the universe always replaces things that leave your life with something better if you're on that spiritual path of ascension. So
exactly. That's really good. Thank you so much, both of you. And Linda, I hope that resonates with you, and let us know what you think, which is good. Let's have a look. Everyone's saying there's Tammy Landrigan that's saying, hi, everyone, which is good. Hi, Tammy. And then we've got people saying, hi, Tammy and Linda, which is good. Lots of messages for Tammy here, which is good. And we've got another one here. Hi, looking forward to the show. That's from Bieber. And we've got Crystal. Oh, there's Crystal. We've just answered your questions there, Crystal. Nice to see you here. And we've got, I'm on my phone and electronics. They don't react to me well, so I'm just going to watch rather than fight the keyboard. Yeah, that's about right for me. Yep.
Just send it telepathically. We'll get it still.
Go on, we'll get it, Tammy. That's perfect. Lovely.
It is Scorpio season,
It is indeed. But we've got all this great new energy. And we have got a new moderator called Yalela at 6195. Great to have you on the team. Yes, and thank you from me, from your host. Thank you very much for helping, and thanks, Lulabelle, for bringing a new moderator. So that's really great. And we have got a person here. Come on, do this. From Marieke Meerstad, which is in Holland. Hi, and welcome to the show as well. And we have got, from Linda Bennett. Look at this. Happy birthday to Aquana's mum. That's lovely. Very nice too. I hope she gets it. And we have got another one here. Here's Lisa. Let's say hi. Call out to Lisa Fulford. Hi, Lisa. I know you always send a couple of questions. Oh, and of course, remember, hit the subscribe button and join the community. Very good too. Luminous Living with Laura Lee. Oh my goodness, don't you just love the alliteration? That's perfect. Hello, I finally made it to the start of the show. So yeah, grateful for what we do. And you haven't asked the question, but we're going to put a card for you anyway, because I just kind of feel that you need it. So we have got Jess in the hot seat. Jess.
I think your YouTube channel is there, sitting right there. Luminous Living with Laura Lee. Anything that you love. I'm getting like you could have a whole brand of just what you love. Just like a show, I don't know if you're a Libra or Taurus energy, but it looks like you love to collect beautiful things. And me too. I'm right there with you. So I don't know. I'm getting like a platform. And I love the name. I love the alliteration. So, yeah, you're working on building some type of empire, I'm seeing. And get on it, girl. Get on it.
Oh, wow. That's very direct. And Zara, what do you get for Luminous Living with Laura Lee? Goodness me, that's a tongue twister.
Yeah, I'm getting the you need to seek balance. Evaluation and reject what doesn't serve you, embrace what does serve you, and just a little bit of balance. I'm actually getting is a little bit of het upness, sort of hyper energy, like whoa, got to do this, got to do that, rushing around, trying to solve everything, trying to do everything. So I want to say, try and introduce a break time that is non-negotiable for you, and that will help you. It will help you with your reflection on what to do next. You will in fact become more efficient if you do.
Perfect, thank you. So there we go for Laura Lee. Let's hope that everything comes out exactly as you would like it to. So we've got Crystal. Florida is beautiful today. Yeah, it looks absolutely lovely. And I heard the birds earlier. They sound gorgeous. The house that you're in of your friends, please tell them the energy in that house is awesome.
Yeah,
they're very powerful Reiki healers. So
I said what it is, because I can see this.
There was bees too. There was bees just like hovering around me. I don't know how they got into the Florida room. There's a screen, but yeah, they came in right on I think Crystal's earlier question. I was like,
oh, that's lovely.
But bees are very high frequency. They attract, yeah. So
I used to have a whole bunch of bees at the bottom of my garden. So yeah, I do miss them, but I'm sure at some point I'll be able to get a few more in my life later. Michael Doherty, hi Bev, Sarah, Jess, Joshua, Mandy, Lou, Mariki, and others and everyone in the chat. Hi Michael, I know you're in the UK, and I know you're further up country, and it's even colder where you are. So just keep warm, buddy, keep warm. It's one of those. And who do we have here? Karen Rosenving. Dewey, good evening. Yes, good evening to everybody and good afternoon. Luminous Living. Oh, there we go. We knew she was going to ask a question, and there it is, asking for messages and strength as I go through standing my ground with my oldest Jillian, challenging times. You know what? I've noticed with children right now, the energies that permeate the earth, everybody that I know, everyone that I know, all of my friends, my family, and everyone that has got children, everyone is finding one or two or more of their kittywinkles are being challenging. And that energy is fluttering around, and we've just got to do is bring it back down. So for those of us that have challenging children, like Laura Lee with her oldest Jillian, I'm just going to pull a card because it's a very difficult time. And for us mothers and dads out there, let's see what we've got, because it is very, when was the last time that I danced freely? Oh my Lord. Ain't that the truth? So yeah, it's saying on the card, dance for 3 minutes to your favorite song. Notice the inward fire grow within you and the feeling of being allowed to just feel you. Love the force, express it with dance. This is just telling all the mums and all the dads, all the aunties and the uncles where you have a challenge with a child of some sort, be it a child that is a young child, a young person child, or a child that is 18, 20, whatever. Allow yourself to light the flame within yourself and start dancing again. So yes, it's a very interesting time. I will say 24th till 28th of November, those energies change and we become freer again. Things get back to normal again. So some countries are experiencing a lot of turmoil. These areas and energies change in that time. And that means that we can move forward. So Laura Lee, yes, stand your strength and make your decisions 24th till 28th of November for your oldest Jillian. And like we said earlier, look at going into something new because it's time for you. And we have another QQQ. Jameson 425. Any guidance or messages for November? Feeling as though I'm blocked from a breakthrough. Born 14th of the 7th, 1976. So, Sarah, you're in the hot seat there. So guess what? You're going to be in the hot seat. Pull a card for Jameson 425, and then I will move across there to Jess.
Yes. Now, I can see that there's been quite big changes recently for you. And I think that's probably why you're feeling a bit blocked, because I think it's like lots of little things happened all at the same time. So I feel like you haven't really thoroughly sort of dealt with those things, and there's one particular thing that's sort of holding still in that energy that you've not quite ironed that one out, and I think that's the block. So I want to say to you, well, I think if you can lie down in a dark room just before bed maybe and just do some real deep breaths in and out, ask your guides, what is it that I need to know? And take the first thing that comes in, and whether it's a memory, whether it's a word, whatever that prompts in you, that's what I think you need to work on. So try that. And there was someone coming through from spirit as well, a male energy. I feel like if this isn't your father, it's someone who fathered you. It is a father energy, and someone who didn't communicate very well with you, and someone who almost like as well, I can hear you going, really? He's come through? So you almost like, well, didn't think he even cared. Well, of course they all care. They all care. And in spirit, it's so much easier for them to not worry about their own stuff and see you and care about you and send you love. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for you. He does care, and he is around you, and he helps you to stay strong. That's what he's telling me.
That's perfect. Thank you. And Jess, what do you get for Jameson, please?
I got another spirit that came through. It felt like a mother figure that died of metastatic cancer that spread everywhere. Maybe eventually brain cancer. Oh, sorry, the big C. Sorry. I forget about the algorithm. So she's saying I'm at peace, helping to protect and guide you on it feels like you're having a fresh start in November. And you're also finding happiness within just being with yourself, quality time, less out in social settings. And then I feel also called to tell you that during the Scorpio season, because it is such a telepathic mental time, that you want to be very intentional about the the thoughts that you choose on a regular basis, the inner dialogue, because sometimes when we're powerful manifestors, we can actually, if we're worrying about something and like worst case scenario, we can sometimes push it into existence. And I know that I learned that the hard way, right? And so because we're in Scorpio season, be mindful. We're human. It's okay. We fall off the wagon sometimes, but get back on it and like have those things that reset the tone of the day and realign your intentional thought to a more positive one. But you have a lot of happiness in November in particular.
Oh, that's perfect. Thank you so much. So once again, any comments on that, please put them in so that we know. And please welcome the new moderator, Mariki Meerstad, and it's great to have you on the team. Absolutely it is. So Denise Menace. So I did it again. Sorry, Denise. Hello. Not hello. Hawaiian greetings. Oh, that's lovely. Contain HALO. And hi to you, Denise. Nice to see you here.
Mahalo.
Michael, good to see you. And the next one, please like and subscribe. That's from Mandy. Nancy Ray, wonderful to see all three of you again. Thank you, Nancy Ray. And I'm glad you enjoyed the comments and the feedback too. Welcome to a fellow Dutchie. That's so cute. Is that what it is? Michael Doherty, much love. Wishing all here a great show and with all your wishes fulfilled. That is a really lovely blessing. Thank you so much. So we have another question from Cassie Smith Bay. Hello. May I receive a reading and or any messages that you have for me today? Bless you, ladies. So as Jess, you up in the hot seat up there. So we're going to put you on the hot spot and then I'll move to Zara. So for Cassie Smith Bay, please.
I'm getting a need for abdominal core work, like a workout where you're really working on your abdominal muscles because of a weak lower back. So maybe the pelvis, also like Pilates is really good for that, but I'm getting a lot of lower back pain. So really focus on that for November and getting better sleep. You might need a new mattress as well. I'm kind of picking that
Lord.
up.
That's very
That might
good.
also help with the back pain. The weird medical medium stuff comes in sometimes. So yeah, I think you're going to have a whole new lease on life. Maybe you need a new type of mattress that's maybe more firm or I'm getting it'll just give you a whole new lease on life. So look into that mattress, invest in that. There's nothing more important than great sleep, in my opinion. If I could work and live and eat and do everything in my bed, I would. I love it.
Lord, there you go. That's a good one. And thank you, Jess. And Zara, what do you get for Cassie Smith Bay?
Yeah, I see a celebration coming up, and during that time, there is someone. There's going to be an interaction with a male, and that interaction is going to require a bit of diplomacy. So it's not a difficult situation, but just something to think about. It's a very positive event. It's a happy time. And if you can just pull on your diplomatic skills at that time, you can avert, an incident, shall we say. So yeah, I think that's not something you're even going to realize until afterwards, and you're going to think, oh yeah, I had to be quite diplomatic there, and I managed to achieve it. So yeah, that's what I can see for you.
Oh, that's a very interesting one. Yes, diplomacy, particularly in November, is always very difficult. So it's not the easiest time because it's just before the holidays, and we know there's a lot of chaos when the holidays happen and energies run really high. So yeah, diplomacy is a good one. Crystal, I'm embracing the grade 2. It's beautiful. So that was the one that we had for Crystal earlier. And full house. Well, that's really good. Thank you, Lulabelle, and all of the new mods. And we have Jennifer Weedmark. Hi, Jennifer. Nice to see you back here. and Mandy. And let us keep going down. Hi, everyone. Sam 3 Artistry. Oh, good. We read for Sam 3 Artistry. I think it was last week we did, which is very nice. Oh, goeienaand, Markie. Yes, I see this in Dutch. That's good. My Dutch is very rusty. Not that good. All right, Joe Smith. Mandy price for South Africans in ZAR, such a weak currency. Yeah, it is a weak currency. I think, what is it now? It was something like 21 to 1 or something ridiculous, which was really, really low. We'll have to push that energy to bring that currency up a little bit more because it's a bit weak at the moment. And these are, please remember also to support myself, support Sarah, and to support our lovely Jess. All of the information is down at the bottom over there. And just make sure that, even if it's just to send an email to say hello and that you enjoy watching or whatever the questions are. So Reese Way is also back. I'm glad you're back, Reese Way. Nice to see you. The question is from Reese Way, could you pull a card for me, please? Thank you. And we've got Zara up in the hot seat. So you know what that means, Zara. You up first, so get pulling that card.
Yeah, I pulled a card and I pulled the Two of Cups, which is always a nice card because it indicates a loving relationship. So, yes, interesting, because I think this is quite significant. This relationship here is coming in. Is it a new relationship that you're in? I can see plans to do stuff, plans to maybe little breaks or a holiday, a positive time, but also a time when you're having to think about juggling other stuff. So other stuff happening, and sometimes things are going right and sometimes things are going wrong, and that's all alongside this relationship. So that's interesting. So, but I think it's significant to you because I want you to just look into the interactions that you have with this person and have a think about, what gives you, sort of energy and what doesn't give you energy. And don't be shy to point that out to that person. But it's, I see you spending quite a bit of time with this person. That's what's coming up, sort of a spotlight on your relationship.
Oh, that's a good one. Very good. Thank you, Zara. And Jess, what do you get for the Reese Way, please?
So I got a male figure on the other side for you. He feels fatherly in nature. So a father figure. He's coming through with an apology of feeling like he left you out in the cold, or a feeling of the rug pulled out from under you with his death. So he's sending love and light, and he's sending healing. It's a time to rebalance. I'm also getting pulled to your ankles for some reason. Sometimes when I never like to breathe fear, but sometimes when I get a warning of a potential weakness in the aura that could make you vulnerable to an injury suddenly, I'm getting pulled to both ankles. So, doing calf raises and releves, heel raises will help strengthen the ligaments in your ankles. Usually when we have weakened ligaments or the ankles kind of suffer or are prone to injury, it's usually a spiritual message that we are afraid to step in the right direction in our future, the future we're fearful of. So I would say really focus on manifesting. Right now is a great time as well. What you want your life to look like and how you're going to step into that. And that is one way you can tackle the injury spiritually or prevent it, but also being mindful of strengthening and where you step and stuff. There was an alert that came through with your ankles, so be careful.
Oh, that's perfect. I wanted to ask, now that we're talking about different parts of the body, if there is a part of the body on the left side, on the left leg particularly. Now, I agree with the stepping into your power, stepping forward, taking on your your new path. But where there is tremendous issue with the left leg constantly, is there anything that both of you feel that the left leg particularly is trying to say? Because obviously it's in alignment with the heart. So Jess, because you were talking about, issues with legs and feet and moving forward, is there anything that you feel, apart from the usual Louise Hay, you can heal your life book, that sort of thing, is there anything else that you can add to it? And then Zara, I'll come to you. What do you see around that?
Personally, I know that the ankles store the entire ancestral bloodline history in the ankle. And when we walk on the earth barefoot, we download those stories energetically and emotionally to Mother Gaia. That's like the Akashic transfer, so to speak. You're giving that, and it's a way to like transmute the energy. In particular, I would say that it depends on where in the left leg, on the left leg. So knees, I find when people have a lot of left knee stuff that just doesn't quit, they have a female child that they're really worried about.
Okay.
And maybe like a little too codependent, or want to, they're just worried and they want to do it for them. They will have lots of knee replacements, a torn meniscus, things like that. Ankles and feet are fear of stepping in the future on your path. And sometimes the left will always be associated with the mother side. And so I find like, if let's say you have a mother that was like, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, stop crying, you'll tend to have a lot of hip issues. You have a like wonky hip. I know I kind of have my left one's always a little bit less flexible than my right one. And my hip socket on my right side is like lateral. And this one is medial, like forward. So it's very interesting how the body, we're all asymmetrical a little bit. And so understanding the femur, it's kind of running in the direction of what you truly desire. A lot of parental stuff and belief systems go into that. So if you find yourself people pleasing or going along with your familial tribes, what they accept, you'll find left side breaks down if it's connected to the mother's side. Now, the only time that switches is, let's say your father is more of the emotional nurturer, which is interesting, which is what I find too.
Oh, very good. And Zara, what are your comments about the left side particularly?
Yeah, well, I want to say right leg forward is about put your best foot forward. Left leg forward is stepping out. So stepping out as in having more joy, getting more joy, stepping out, getting out and about, getting out socially, and just living your best life. So that's what I'm feeling, that that is going to help you in every way by following your passions, getting out, stepping out, and doing what you love.
A lot of clients nowadays that I've noticed over the last couple of weeks, a lot of individuals I'm noticing legs, feet, and ankles, also knees too, and hips. It's all about movement forward, changing. And I think that does tie in with the energies that are out there and the energies that are coming. People are finding it very difficult. And that's why I thought I'd bring it up, seeing as it was mentioned before.
It's a great alert system, though. Like, it's just a reminder to show that body part love and get yourself sweating, moving, maybe go into an infrared sauna. Those are the best ways I like to work on my spirituality, is like physically just listening to my body. You learn so much. Like, you'll start to see, like in yoga class, I would notice like something with my hip before I was conscious of it, just by the weird imbalances I would move. So it's really cool to be in tune once you tap in.
Yeah, it's important to be able to tap in, especially now. So we've got Karen Rosenling, and she's saying, I really love these online gatherings. Thank you. The question is, so which ETs are contacting me? Bright light in the sky. and a feeling of something happened. What do you guys think it was? So that's quite an interesting one. I will say there's been a lot in the sky. We've been taking the last sort of 2 weeks, we've been taking a lot of pictures of the sky. And the recent new toy that a good friend of mine has purchased is a digital infrared green screen night sky, and he's having lots of fun with this and taking all sorts of pictures. Well, when we put it at the sky, there was a lot of stuff we weren't seeing, and when the video came out, there were all of these beings and crafts and all sorts of things dancing around. So that was a surprise. So I think that there's a lot of ET beings that are out there right now. We've got the 3-eye Atlas energy, plus we've got the other 17 comets and meteors that are coming in after that. So I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of ET activity. What do you ladies think? Jess, what is your comment about ET activities and who could be commenting or giving contact to Karen Rosenthing?
Well, I'm seeing in particular a male guide for you that's been making contact. I don't know if it's in particular that exact same instance you're talking about, but I'm seeing a guy with like an old like 1890s like blouse on, like a linen blouse that has like a drawstring, and his head is got such a angelic aura. There's like almost like the old Jesus paintings. It looks like you can see
lovely.
Yeah. So that, be on the lookout with connecting with that guide.
I think
also Archangel Michael is very heavily connected, but I've had a lot of experiences lately. In particular, I feel that Arcturians and Lyrans are definitely making a lot more contact telepathically, especially also Pleiadians. So I'm seeing that with you. With the light in particular, I would imagine is more of the Pleiadians. But yeah, connect telepathically. They'll tell you, ask, what is this? Who is this? Go out in the night sky and they'll answer you. I have some great footage from that.
Yeah, it's lots of fun. It really is. And Zara, what do you have to say about Karen Rosenthing and which ETs with this bright light in the sky and the feeling of what happened? What do you feel is happening around Karen?
Yeah, I did immediately hear Palladians, and then I looked in and had a look, and it's actually really beautiful looking. Beautiful looking. Looks like like an angel, but sort of elongated features and but just like porcelain skin and sort of just beautiful. But what I would say is there's various ETs coming in and contact with you. It's not just one race. I feel like it's a mix. There's a collective. They're all working and they're all coming in, and I can see that there's been, it's a group of mixed races, if you like. So yeah, that's what I can see.
That's perfect. So I think, Karen, there's a lot. I do think something happened. I'm not quite sure what, but you're right when you say the bright light in the sky, feeling that something happened. And I think that as time goes on, a lot of the downloads and a lot of the information is going to be coming to you. So hold on to that and maybe ask and command that energy that you have coming in, command that to show you, reveal to you what has happened, because that is where we're going to now. With these energies that are increasing, we're going to get to know a lot more. Thank you for the question. And we have Samreen Tech. What message does my late father have for me? He passed away many years ago, and I often see him in my dreams, but he never seems happy with me. So this is for the two of my ladies who are both have tremendous mediumistic abilities. So I'm going to come across to you because, again, you're in the hot seat up there. And let's have a look. What do you see for Samreen Tech about the father energy? Because it seems like, there is this aspect where the father's not very happy. Is that true? Is there something else that you're getting? What is happening here?
I think that it's definitely a visitation from him. I think that he's trying to give you a sense of you make me proud, and I'm happy with how things were. I'm incredibly proud of you as a daughter. But I feel that maybe when that's a big fear, subconscious fear of yours, and something you're wrestling with closure with. And I feel like he keeps trying to come and show you. I would say, look at his face. Remember his face in the dream. Is it like a projection, or like, is he peaceful in the face? Because I'm feeling like he's peaceful. I think that you're like, almost because of your fear, you're thinking, I'm seeing you're the one with anxiety. Like, oh my gosh, we didn't leave them how we were supposed to. And I'm getting a sense from him. Yes, I'm extremely proud, and I'm trying to show you I'm at peace on the other side. And in particular, he's showing me visions of you as a child, fond memories playing like bouncy ball is what I'm getting, or dodgeball, something. You have a red ball or something that you're throwing around, and he's watching you run around outside. A very fond memory with that. So yeah, I think he sends his love. I think it's just your worry of maybe not having closure with his death.
Oh, bless. That's a lovely message. And Zara, what is your message for Samrin Tech, please?
Yeah, I agree. I believe it's you. And I can see his sad face, but he is sad because he is saying, you need to let go of all the negative energy that you're holding in around his passing and around. I feel like he's saying like, you're going over it and going, oh, and I could have done this and I could have done that and I should have done this. And that's the feeling of sadness that he's giving. He's like, I'm so sad that you're giving yourself a hard time over this, or that you're, anxious about this. I want you to let it go. Everything happened how it was meant to happen. So please let it go, because I am feeling your sadness. If you let it go, I will then be able to let go of your sadness as well as, sort of be there for you. So I agree. I do think that the sadness and the anxiety is on your side.
And there you go, Samrin Tech. It's very good advice, and very courageous advice too, because it is a very difficult situation to deal with the passing, particularly when you have dreams. One thing I will add about dreams is your father is still visiting you in your dreams. That in itself is extremely positive. So take the positive from that. He is still coming to see you. He is still appearing to you in your dreams. And that is where the connection comes in. So we've got another question from Wench. Do you have any ideas why I dream of trolls and dragons? Isn't that amazing? Well, they sound like amazing, particularly dreaming of dragons too. Trolls can be challenging sometimes. Remember that they have a very specific set of rules with trolls. So try to make sure that you don't engage with them too much, because sometimes they can be very difficult and they break things. So you'll find things broken in your house, particularly if you've had dreams of them. Leave them sweeties. Leave them. They like sweeties. They like, sometimes they even like toffees occasionally. But sweets of any type, a troll will always have them, and then they'll leave you alone, which is really good. Dragons are a different story altogether. Most important thing that dragons need is water. So I would leave a bowl of water somewhere for them. And I sometimes, if I know there's a dragon in the vicinity, I'll put some sugar in the water. Nothing better than a dragon having a quick slurp on sugar water. I will pass this over to my other two ladies. And Zara, what do you think? Do you have any ideas why I dream of trolls and dragons? Come on, let's hear it.
Yeah, I see that the trolls are causing you mischief. They're actually getting in the way of, I feel like this is when you're working, they're getting in the way. But the dragons are very much there to sort of send you power and strength in their energy. They're passing you the power and strength of their energy. But yeah, these little trolls are being mischievous. I
They're
feel.
challenging. They are challenging.
Yeah.
And when they go with the sprites at the same time and the house elves, it really is a challenge. Jess, what do you think is going on with the dreaming of trolls and dragons, please?
I'm getting an interesting download. So the troll, it's almost like a spiritual battle that you're witnessing. There's someone in your waking life who is a liar. He's lying, he's thieving, he's trickery, he's scheming. You have a confession coming in.
Whoa.
There's that, like, I feel like you are calling in, manifesting some type of confession. Finally, like your spidey senses were kind of picking up on this, and you were just like, I knew it. And I feel the dragons are helping you connect with that fire energy to like catch them and make them confess. And I feel like the trolls are embodying this little thief over here. He looks like he's in a younger generation than you. He's looking like always has a lie ready, like he's quick on his feet. Lord. And he's got a great memory, and he's sharp, and he can charm the pants off of anybody. And it looks like it has to do with financial work, money, stuff like that. So be on the lookout. You're getting a huge confession soon, and the dragons are helping with that.
Well, dragons are always good to put a fire up someone's bottom. That's perfect, because if someone's a bit of a liar telling porcupines, get that fire in the bottom. They don't like it up in Mr. Mannering. They don't. Oh dear. Right, we're getting to the end of our show quite soon. Let me see what the time is here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks, Lou. It does help most definitely. Oh my goodness me, Colin Rosenberg, sign me up for the Aging in Reverse. Thank you so much.
Too.
That's so cute. Very nice. Nice to meet everyone. I think we have got some feedback from Marilyn. As you remember, we did the reading right in the beginning. I think it was the first question that we had was from Marilena. Thank you, Beverli, Jessica, Zara. Yes, I'm practicing energy healing and assisting people. I appreciate your guidance, and I'll keep an eye for brown feathers. Yes, yay. Thank you. We do like to have feedback. This is
as a whole thing of geese just flew by in a
oh, how cute.
I just saw that.
Meg sending ladies lots of love. Thank you. And Deanne Morris, hello, lovely panel and fellow chatterers. Oh, that's so cute. Look at those little pink hands. Oh, that's so cute. Reminds me of a dance. Welcome to everyone joining. Yes, welcome everyone. Michael Doherty, wonderful wisdom, high energy advice, and flowing from Bev, Zara, and Jess. Nice to see you here, Michael. And again, great energies from the people in the chat too. We've got another question. Deanne Norris. I have an affinity to birds. There we go. And you just saw a flock of geese going over. That must have been for Deanne. I wonder if I have any avian energy. Now, Deanne, we've just seen this big flock of geese flying over in Florida. So I'm kind of guessing you must have avian energy. What do you feel, Jess? And then I'll come to Zara.
Absolutely. In particular, I'm getting you're very dexterous at this time with your hands. And so creating things with your hands artistically, that's a way to kind of get in a meditative state and flow to communicate with them. But yeah, I definitely feel like bird movements. I'm feeling shoulder stuff. So get moving, get creative with your hands. And I definitely see energy with birds.
Oh.
I just had the confirmation.
With the birds. Was that another bird? There we go. That's fantastic. You couldn't wish for more. And Zara, what do you say for Deanne Maris with the avian energy?
Yeah, I actually got and it's totally slipped my mind. There is a god in Egypt. There is a lot of drawings, cave drawings and Egyptian hieroglyphs and everything with the bird man, and I can't think. It's an ancient civilization from Egypt, and it was a bird. And in fact, the whole of the Catholic churches, bishops' hats, and all of that was based on this particular race of people.
Oh,
What are they? I can't think what they're called. But yes, anyway. So yes, so that's what I see is if you look up ancient Egyptian bird gods, something will come
probably
up.
find them. That's perfect.
Yeah, but that's who it is. That you will have a direct incarnation back in those times among those people. Yes.
Perfect. And then we've got a question here from Just Shah. Jess, could you please tell everyone where to find you on social media? Because all we've got is the websites down the bottom. So and then Zara, if you could also explain where to find you. So Jess, where can everyone find you?
So I just today on my name display, it says it down here, but not on the screen. So my handle on Instagram is J_Gilly, Gilly, 1022. And then my website is jgilly.com. You can email me directly at info@jgilly.com. Or you can message me when you click on book a reading and you register. You can message me directly through that link. It's like a Pocket Suite booking app, but it's also Messenger and all that stuff. So text me through that or email me at info@jgilly.com.
That's perfect. And Zara, we've got your various areas at the bottom, including your website. Where can people get you on Insta, TikTok, and all those others?
Yeah. So Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube, all the same, all SRG Soul Guidance, and it will come up with my little yellow Buddha logo. And but the actual, I think the actual name on a couple of them is official, one's Officiali or something just to keep it yes, it's a separate, but yeah, it's SRG Soul Guidance on all platforms.
Oh, that's perfect. And mine is the usual one. It's Beverli Rhodes Official and Awakening Academy, and that's the website. You can get me through there, and it's the same on Facebook, Insta, all the usual.
And I just want to say, I will never ask you for money from WhatsApp or Cash App or anything. I have a direct booking link, and then it's also has, give me a tip or make a payment, separate payment, which is a direct payment link. I will never ask you for money. There's a lot of impersonators that are hacking out there, and I just don't want you to get scammed. So
yeah,
I'll never. You go and you just book directly on my website, and that's it.
That's true. You can buy me a coffee is a good one. But yes, none of us and none of my readers on my shows will ever say to you or send you a WhatsApp or send you a text or DM you in any shape or form and say, send me a donation or send me this. We don't do that. Nope, we don't. We like to do our readings and get paid that way, not requesting things. So don't get scammed, folks. Wench is saying, do you have any idea how my annual checkup at the hospital will go? And this is obviously just for entertainment purposes. That's really good, Wench. That's excellent. What do we all think? I think that the energy field around Wench is particularly good. I didn't think that there is anything too much to worry about. And I think that there is this funny little energy that just says, watch about the sugar. But that's all that it is. I didn't pick up anything particular. What do you both think? Jess, you're over there in the hot seat. What do you think is happening?
Yeah, I was getting a urinary test, something. So I agree with you on the sugar. Maybe, bitter melon's really good with that too. But I'm just getting something with possible, just real minor UTI, things like that. Cranberry and probiotics are really good to help that naturally. Love that. It's a life changer.
Yeah, cranberry is good.
I was just getting a UTI, something like that.
Okay. And Zara, what do you feel for wench, please?
Yeah, I just tapped in on your energy. When you leave, you'll feel, yeah, that was okay. I'm not too worried. So yeah, it's not, no nasty shocks.
It's not a nasty. Yeah, we're all getting the same thing. So you know what? Phew, phew, phew. Why not? Okay.
The New
Let's
Year's
have a-
resolutions. We're all going to eat better and do better and exercise better.
Yeah, I think that, yeah, that's a good one. Let's see that. It's a good one. Exercise better, eat better. And from Tennille Moore, she's saying, question, how do you know when someone is putting something on you or when it's the choices that you make? So this is something to do with blood rights, blood magic, dark magic, energetics, where they're interfering with things and trying to get you to do stuff that isn't your choice and not your free will. In other words, interfering with your free will. And there are some very key aspects that you can understand. And the one thing that I found is when you make a choice on something, and then suddenly, almost seconds later, what is impressed upon your mind is, oh, no, I want to change my mind. That tells you, wait a drop. Something is coming in there and forcing me to go in a particular direction. Take notice of that. The more it happens, the more you will realize that somebody somewhere is doing some finaggery and saying, gosh, I want them to move in that way. And when you start seeing particular types of choices that end in difficult situations, and they're not necessarily the choices that you would have made or you wanted to feel, I must change my mind, but yet you continue with them. That is where somebody, as you say, is putting something on you. So, Zara, what do you experience with that sort of thing? In your experience, what does somebody, when someone's putting something on you, what do you feel? What do you see it's happening?
Yeah, well, kind of exactly that. It just doesn't feel right. You do something and then you just immediately, it just doesn't, it's not sitting right with you. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't, and there's a doubt and there's a, have I, so yeah, that's what, yeah. Or you're doing it and you're thinking, I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be doing this. That's another thing. It's, it just, there'll always be that contrary feeling of this isn't exactly, I'm not all in this decision.
Exactly. Yeah. And Jess, what is your experience of this when someone's putting something over on you?
Yeah, I just recently went through a big spiritual transition because I'm a light worker. I don't do witchcraft. I don't dabble. I'm someone that honors free will and the light and others and guides and spirit. If they are of the light, they will never put you in fear, force you, be like, you're under the gun with time. They lovingly, unconditionally wait patiently for your ask, for you to intervene and things like that. So for me, I'm such a life path one. I cannot be, it's like an itchy costume that I can't go to sleep. I can't sit still. If I feel someone is restricting or trying to control me, I can't do it. Like I will not be at peace. I will not rest until I speak up and I have a voice about it. And it's always not the popular vote. I'll tell you that much. But I'm such a kind person that is like a pressure cooker. Like I just have to be like, blah. And that's what I call my adult tantrum. Listen to the adult tantrums. I find them very, very useful because when you act in purpose, you can always change your mind. We're all indecisive at some point. You can change your mind, but when it feels like you need to take a shower, when the energy feels like it is not resonating with you and it feels like it's sucking you in like quicksand, and you're just like, no. When someone's trying to project a character assassination or someone's trying to put you in a box that you know you are not that, it will be instantly, if you take yourself out of that situation, you get some perspective, you cut that cord, you find some distance, you go within, almost immediately those people will drop like flies. Because, and that's how I see when people are projecting onto me, and I'm not accepting that baggage, I'm not picking that baggage up, that's you projecting, I'm your mirror. It will instantly fall away. The second you do make the choice in your own essence, in your own vibration, poof, you're on a new timeline. That's in my experience. But I will hear thoughts. It's so important to meditate, because I will hear like some terrible thoughts, and I'm like, well, that's not me. Who's that? Like I take a pulse.
Mm.
Like, where did that come from? Was that over there? Was that this person? When you meditate, you can start to fine tune. Oh my God, all my thoughts are not mine. This is from that person over there that's angry today. Oh, that person got in a fight with their significant other, and they're coming there wanting to emotionally dump on me so that they can feel better. So you will start to energetically see, oh, that's not mine. And it'll instantly fall away if it's not you.
If it's not you. The other thing we can do, which we're very powerful, and we can all do this, is we can say, if you think something's coming in, you can say, I command you to show yourself. I command you to reveal yourself. And you will then suddenly start feeling where this is coming from, who it might be coming from, and you can then cut the cord, cut the cord, cut the cord, cut the cord. You don't need to accept this nonsense. It's not necessary anymore. We're all on a trajectory to awaken, to move forward, to go forward and be better people, and say, I command you to show yourself. And it's quite interesting when you actually do that. It's amazing to see how you see things and you think, good Lord, what on earth is that? And you know exactly what's coming for you. And these things take all sorts of different routes in order to be able to change us and move us into the command and the control that they want. And you will find that it could be the most significant person that's in your life, but yet there might be something that they're trying to do in order to exert their will upon you. Say, I command you to reveal yourself, and then watch the fireworks, because that's when it starts. You can then decide, I don't want to be part of this. Nope, not in this lifetime. I've had enough of this. Cut and move forward. I hope this helps everybody, because it is a good thing. It's an important thing. And right now, this lifetime, we are dealing with, and we're working in incredible light fields. And we're part of this time is history in the making. We've chosen to come back right now. We have the power. Step into your power. Use it. Command it. Show me. Who are you? What are you? Show me what you are. Show me your true self. Reveal to me. And then you will really see, even if it's just for a few seconds, you'll get this glimmer and you think, oh my goodness me. Good Lord, Maisie, what on earth is that? And then you realize that's what I'm actually dealing with. Then the power comes back to you, because then you know, I've got a troll, or I've got one of these darker ones, or I've got one of the lower bottom feeders that are pretty awful, or I've just got simply somebody that's a bit of a narcissist and wants to control and continue controlling. You know how to deal with them. We've got a few more minutes left, and let's go and have a look and see. We've got 7 minutes left to the hour. So we've got another one here from Tennille Moore. How would one get bad things off, or would it be choices? However, it feels like someone or something has put it onto me. Is there anything I can do? So as we had said earlier, is the first one, reveal yourself. The second one would be start kickstarting the aura and the energy and do this change. Find a way. Get a bell. Ring a bell around you. Get the energetics. Get singing bowls. Get crystal bowls. Any of the bowls or any of these types that make a noise. If you don't have any of those, believe me, we used to use pots and pans. I know that sounds crazy, but we used to take pots and pans and bang them around the house, bang them around our auras and really have a good symphony, a cacophony of all sorts of bang sounds. They hate it. They absolutely hate it. If they send something to you or wish something to you, they gap it out the back doors super fast, super quick. They don't like things like that. What do you suggest, both of you? Jess, is there anything that you would suggest that people can do if something is there? What can people do to get rid of it?
So the most powerful thing for me and what I had to call upon was I call my power back right now. You can clap, you can slap, you can snap.
Yeah.
But also copper. I have a copper tinsel ring that I meditate in, that I put energetically around me 3 different times and drop it on my body for each body. The mental, emotional, and physical body, the astral, etheric aura as well. And so that really helps me. But yeah, anything that is not of the light, I send away.
Yeah.
Anything that is not for my highest good, I send away. Prayer and just the resonance of your voice box and commanding it is a life changer. It's a daily thing. Salt baths are the best. You can get in the ocean as well. Non-iodized salt. But yeah, I do it all. The tuning forks. Dancing is my inner child's happy place. That's where I go and commune with God, in my opinion. So anything that lights up your joy is going to instantly, it's like a buttery turkey. The lower frequencies can't stay hitched to you, when you're in a high frequency. So grounding, talking to a tree, but just simply prayer. I command, I do not, you must return to source. You cannot stay here with me.
Absolutely. And your side, Zara, what do you do?
Yeah, so again, banish that negative energy. You are not welcome. You do not have access to me. Send them away. Send them on their toes. Anything black crystals. You've got jet. You've got obsidian. You've got black tourmaline. Any of those are protective crystals. Salt bath.
Lovely.
Every time. Salt bath, lovely hot. I like it hot, but a nice warm bath with some sea salt, and you can get all kinds of salt as well, can't you? You can get the scented salts, and just breathe it in and let it soak into your skin and get on a higher plane. Like Jess said, just ascend to a peaceful, loving energy, and they won't touch you.
No, that's true. They won't. And of course, you can just use something very, very carefully, just hum. Because that vibration and that higher vibration, it does resonate out, which is good. Zebel is saying, is it the right time to invest in the house that we are interested in? And immediately when I started reading this, I saw yes, and I saw a really happy house. So what do we have here? And Zara, if you got your cards out to have a look and see what Zebel is saying about investing in the house that they are interested in.
Yes, I've got a couple here. I've got a good 2 of cups and a judgment. So it's a good partnership, a good choice. And judgment is sort of clearing out. What I would say though is I do see a drop in property, both sort of stateside and the UK, coming up in around 2029. So bear that in mind when you're looking at, whether it's going to be a long-term property or a short-term property, because obviously you don't want to be in a situation where you buy a property and then it comes to a few years time and you're thinking, right, well, we need to move on now, and now we're, we've borrowed and whatever. So yeah, I mean, we'll see. I have seen that coming forward. as we go into the next 5 years. Towards the end of that 5 years, I do see a property dip. But if you're not, but what I have the strong message also is that property purchased for joy and happiness and comfort will always be a good investment, and you will find it will return. If you're looking at it as a property purchase just to buy it, turn it around and then sell it on or whatever, then it could go either way. But if you're buying it to move into and for a joyful purpose, for a family purpose, for somewhere to be with your family, with or just yourself, whatever, if it's for your own emotional well-being, then it will always bring a good return.
That's brilliant. And Jess, what do you find for Zebel about this house?
Okay, so my guides were like March 13th. I don't know why that came up. That is a good time. They said wait 4 months, and I was like counting, and I was like, oh, that ends up in March. We're in November now. So I'm getting that there will be a price reduction. It might sit on the market a little bit or have some changes, come off, go on again. But it looks like March 13th is your window. Don't know why. Don't know how. But that's what's coming up for me. I feel like if you were to do it right now, you'd be overpaying for the price of the house.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Gosh. And we have got a comment from Karen about, which is really great. She was saying, the stained glass avatar in the background is awesome. So she's got lots of, loving things. And I must admit, I've been looking at it too. I think it's really pretty. And this was just a quick mention about the new book coming out next year. Thank you, Lulubelle. And we've got Rosabud, Amy saying, hello, I'm late, but I'm here. Hi, Rosabud, Amy, that's wonderful. And yes, we do like the avatar. So we've been looking further down to see if there's anything else. There is a definite question here from Michael Doherty. Please, can you look in the energies of my brother, Patrick, and his birthday, 30th of November. Oh, he's got a birthday coming up soon. So happy birthday, Michael, to your brother, Patrick. Thank you very much, with love and gratitude. That's really lovely. So obviously Michael is very concerned about his brother, Patrick. So let's do a quick look, because we are now on the hour. So this would need to be one of the last questions. I'll have a look quickly and see if there are any other urgent questions down here. So what do you see then, ladies, for Michael Doherty? And I'll go to you quickly, Jess, and then we'll go to Zara. What do you see for Michael?
I'm seeing that he has a very spiritually steep path. What do I mean by that? That there is a changing of the tide where he's learning by a steep uphill battle, but he is very tapped into his higher self and his intuition internally. It might look like a hot mess on the outside, but he is an ancient soul like you. And also, Michael, you have great energy as well. Such good energy. I just wanted to return the favor, the nice comment. But I feel he's an ancient old teacher and wise old sage. And he chose a very difficult path this life. It's almost like the inverse of you, Michael, but still he's gaining that wisdom internally about himself somehow. So there is a new wheel of fortune coming in the next 6 months. I do feel like you've been his father for most of your life, or always worried and looking out for him. Things are coming to the surface in the next 4 months, and he's taking action to make better decisions and choices. So I think there's a change. I think it's getting better.
Okay, that's good. And Zara, what do you feel for Michael's brother, Patrick?
Okay, so I do see Patrick feels like life is a struggle, and he is struggling. But what I also see, Michael, is I see you worrying your head off about it. Now, what I want to tell you here is that I can see you're worrying that the ultimate might happen, and that Patrick will lose his. He will give in. I want to tell you, he's not giving in, Michael. He's not giving in. So please don't worry about that. Please don't worry about that. I know it's easy to come to that conclusion, but he actually, as much as he is struggling, as much as it's hard slog, each day is a hard slog, he has actually got a burning fire in his inner self. I can see it's a big ball of fire. He is if it was a tarot card, it'd be the Chariot. He has got the will to carry on, and he will get there. So please don't worry. The inevitable is not inevitable. It is actually just a worry for you. But yes, he is okay. He's just got that difficult path. Like Jess says, he has got a difficult path, and he is tired and he's fed up. But he has got an inner strength that will take him through. So yeah.
Very good. Yeah, I would agree. It is time. I mean, Patrick has been through a lot of troubles in his life, particularly of late, but he is turning the corner. And I think January, Michael, for Patrick, January after the 27th of November, which is really great because that is the Thanksgiving date in America. So he is moving forward for that. And he would then be able to move forward totally from January onwards, because that's that 2-month cycle, 27th of November, 27th of December, and then 27th of January is when things change for Patrick. So we've got another question here. Let me see if I can get it to come up. From T. I would like to have a reading. I would also really like to know about my guides and ancestors and love if it is possible. So let us make this the last question of the evening. And there's one person here called Andrea Bell. Please get hold of any of the ladies that you would like to get hold of and send an email. I'm sure we'll all look out for it and get hold of us, because I know you've asked for needing some help. But please send a question directly to any of the email addresses, and we'll do our best to be able to get some of your answers directly back to you via email. So this is a person that just is T, would like to have a reading, like to know about my guides and ancestors. So let's look at the love side and whether the guides and ancestors are actually going to help this person just with the capital T, if there's anything there. So let's ask you just quickly.
I'm getting that there's a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini male that is the area of focus. It looks like this person's not emotionally showing up for you. And your guides and ancestors have been giving you the confirmation over and over, I feel, in the last 2 months. There's a lot of emotions, maybe tears or things going on that feel like they're not a match or a fit. And this is the sign. I'm getting you need to travel this year. I see you show up for yourself independently. You walk a new path and you're more free-spirited. I'm seeing international travel quite a bit. If you're wanting to kind of be a gypsy or an Airbnb, I'm seeing that for at least 4 to 6 months. And I think it would definitely replenish your soul to go travel. And I see you're on the fence. You're in the hanged man position. It's time to make a decision. You've been given confirmation, and you know what to do, is what I hear your guides saying.
Oh, that's a good one. And Zara, last but not least, for T, what do you see?
Yeah, so looking into your ancestors, I see a female who was part of the early settlement in in the colony, so in America. she's simply dressed, and she has a beautiful energy, and she's a support energy around you. She was very much of the land and around, farming, and there's orchards, fruit trees. I see her picking fruit trees. So she is, she is very much part of your guide team, and she is, she has quite a big influence. Like, your energy and her energy is quite connected, so it could even be your twin flame that's helping you there. She's a lovely energy, and she's very, very close to you, so I think it's quite likely she is your twin flame.
Oh, that sounds really good. So we've come to the end of our show. I know we haven't got to all of our questions. So if you do have something that's absolutely burning, we do take questions sometimes through the email. So just email any one of us on our emails. And what we can do then is quickly just pop a message through to you. So in the meantime, have a great weekend. And for those of you that later on in the month will be celebrating the Thanksgiving cycle, may you all have a fantastic Thanksgiving towards the end of the month. And we will all be back again next Saturday. And we will also be bringing a new lady on to us with us all next week. Hopefully Alcana will be back, and we'll have Heather with us next week. So come and meet one of our new readers. This should be a lot of fun. Thank you to SARA for in London, and thank you to Jessica again in another area of Florida. We'll be very interested to see where you end up again next week, because you're traveling all over the place. So once again, God bless, look after yourselves, be kind to everyone, and we'll see you all again next week. Bye. Good night from us.